Okay, here we go. One more time. My wind chimes. I love those. So zen and so peaceful. So, hello everybody. I have notes today to read. So I just want to share something with all of you before I jump into the topic of heartbreak and how to cope, how to deal with a breakup, and how to get through it if your marriage ended or you lost your loved one or you broke up with someone or whatever. So we're going to have many topics to discuss about that. But before I jump into that, I just want to share with all of you that before I start every video, whether it's a live Facebook video or I'm hosting a red carpet event or I'm on iHeartRadio or whatever I've done, which I'm very thankful and proud of myself for doing. But before I start, I like to just close my eyes and say a little prayer. So I'm going to share it with you, the kind of behind the scenes of what I do. So I don't necessarily have to be in a prayer position, but I just close my eyes and I say, Dear God, and whatever it is that you all believe in, I'm just sharing what I believe in. So I'll say, Dear God, my spirit guides, my angels, my higher power, please be with me in this conversation that I'm about to start, whether it's on radio or TV or here. And I just say to please put words into my heart and my soul and to give me a voice so that when I speak, I can help others. So I say that every time, and I didn't do it now because I wanted to do it with all of you. So I just close my eyes, I say that little prayer, and then I breathe in a deep, deep breath and exhale. So I breathe in positive, beautiful energy, and I exhale out negative. And I question whether, I love you too, Sly. I question whether to do the prayer position because some people get like turned off by that, but hey, it's what I do and I'm not going to apologize for what I believe in. So please, dear God, all my angels, my spirit guides, my higher power, be with me at this moment to put words into my mouth, to give me a voice, to be able to help and share this with others. And then I breathe in love, light, and peace, and I exhale out any negative energy, and then I'm ready to go. Okay? So, hi everybody. You guys have to hit some likes, hit some of those beautiful hearts that I love. Please comment because I do want to hear from all of you. There are so many people that are heartbroken. There are so many people that are hurting out there. And today's subject, I'm just going to talk about breaking up in marriage, or there we go. Yay! Thank you, the hearts. I love them. Thank you very much. So today I'm just going to talk about breaking up as far as in a relationship. I know there's people hurting out there because of society, because of their jobs, financial issues. We're going to talk about strictly about love and heartbreak. Thank you. I love those hearts. They make me so happy. Thank you so much. More hearts. I love the hearts. But thank you all for joining. Okay, so here's the question. How many of you are hurt right now? How many of you are heartbroken? How many of you are trying to recover from a bad breakup? Please send me some comments because I want to hear from you. I don't want to just tell you about my story, although I'm going to share some very intimate details about my heartbreak from the past and how I got to where I am now. Hi, Rob. Been there several times, in fact, I'm sure. Thank you for commenting. I hope you're feeling well. So I'm sure that we've all been there. I'm sure that we've all been there. So how do you cope? How do you get through it? What do you do? And how do you know when it's time to actually leave? So what I want to share with you before I read over some of my notes, because I know I kind of go in many different directions. I want to try to focus today on Like I wrote down 5 key components that have helped me that I want to share with all of you that can hopefully help you. So, where do I begin? Okay, 1999, I was madly in love with a man who I thought was my soulmate and that I would spend the rest of my life with him. And it had been like a 10-year span that I had known about him or met him and saw him. Like, I would walk in an elevator and there he would be. I would be in South Beach walking down Ocean Drive and he would pop out of nowhere. So I knew that we had this spiritual connection. And when we finally got into a relationship, it was very intense. It was almost like a drug addiction kind of. And it was very spiritual and passionate and physical and mental, emotional. It had all the key components of what I believe to be your soulmate. So when I was with him for 3 years off and on, it wasn't the healthiest relationship, and I didn't realize why until after he passed away. So I was 28 years old and he passed away, and I was devastated, and we still don't have answers as to why he died. Whether he took his life or got killed is kind of a mystery, which is also hard because there's no closure on that. But anyway, let me get back to the key point. So, how did I get through that breakup, that heartbreak? I was devastated. 28 years old, the love of my life, my soulmate. I mean, I had certainty that this was the guy that I was in love with. So when that happened, I wanted to die. It was horrible. So how did I get through it? What I just did, I took a breath. So right now, all of you watching, breathe. I'm serious. This is not a joke. Breathe, like a deep breath. Okay, like that. Now I want to ask you all something. How many times a day do you actually stop and breathe? Like what I just did. I'm talking about breathe in, hold your breath, and then breathe out. I'm not talking about breathing like you're living. We all have to breathe to live. I'm talking about taking a long, deep breath in, like 5 seconds in, holding your breath, and then letting it out. Even longer than the inhalation, the exhalation has to be a little bit longer. Linda, breakups hurt, but they make you stronger. Very true, and we're going to get to that point in a minute. Thank you for the comments. And listen, if any of you want to join in and actually talk with me on here, there's a button now that I can push that I can bring you on the camera. So give me a comment if you want to come on and share your story with me to help others. Because look, I'm not getting paid for these videos. I'm doing this from the kindness of my heart because I've been there. I know all of you have been there. And I think together as a collective, we can truly help each other. Okay, so more hearts, more likes, hit share, hit comments. Like, come on, interact with me, people. I'm getting lonely out here. Okay, so I just told you, with my notes here, the number one thing I say is breathe, okay? Breathe. This is my bookmarker from my book, Metamorphosize. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his father both endorse my book, so check it out. Metamorphosize, okay? You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Okay, so I did write a couple of books. I do have a degree in psychology and a minor in exercise physiology. I'm not trying to brag, but I have studied the human mind and the body and the spirit, so I'm just sharing with you what I've learned. Okay, so my boyfriend got killed, and I was devastated, and I had to literally breathe. I had to breathe. And once I was able to breathe, then I was able to move forward and get out of my bed and get out of the depressed state that I was in. And at that time, I was living in South Beach. It was 1999, and I was an owner of a gym. My first gym that I leased right in the heart of South Beach for 1 year. And I had employees working for me, so I had an obligation, a responsibility. I couldn't just be depressed. So I had to go to work. And it's funny because one day I found a book in the front desk of the gym, and the book just appeared, and nobody knew where the book came from. And I totally believe that somebody, like higher power, put the book there, but that's another program. The book was called Course in Miracles, okay? Course in Miracles. I know a lot of you have heard about it, and how to believe and how to heal, how to breathe, how to get through something as devastating as losing your soulmate to death because he just got killed or whatever happened. So anyway, I read the book, and the book helped me tremendously. And this is point number 2 of how to go within. Going within changed my life. And Linda made a comment earlier about when you're going through a breakup, it hurts, but it makes you stronger. It makes you stronger if you can learn from it and take something away from it and grow from your experience. Okay, come on, who wants to come on here and talk with me? I don't see enough comments here. Sometimes I don't see them during the video, so hopefully you guys could make some comments that I could see. Thank you for the likes. More hearts, I love the hearts. Okay, go within. So let's talk about going within. How do you go within? Okay, this week alone, I had 3 phone calls. 2 women, 1 man who was devastated from a breakup that they're going through. And the one woman has so much anger she can't even see straight. She has 4 kids. She's very angry at her ex-husband. She can't get past the anger to even heal herself. So I'm telling her to go within and how to heal. And she's asking me, well, how do I do that? How do I get rid of the anger? So the first thing I say is breathe, like what I told you. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe in a long, deep breath and breathe out negative energy. I'm telling you something, when you breathe deeply, you are able to quiet your mind, you're able to relax your nervous system, and you're able to go within. Okay, so going within does not mean starting to drink a lot of alcohol. Going within does not mean going to your doctor and asking for prescription drugs. Going within does not mean going out and smoking pot, cocaine, whatever other recreational drug, or sex addiction or gambling. No, going within means quieting your mind and getting to a peaceful state of being to heal yourself. Don't jump into another relationship immediately to mask the pain of the heartbreak that you're going through. And I can tell you, after George died, and I wrote about him in my first book quite a bit, I didn't date for I think about 8 months until I met my husband. And he went through hell with me, helping me to heal through that breakup. But we were friends, so it built on a friendship, so that was good. But I wasn't ready to just move on and jump into another relationship. So heal yourself. And when I say heal yourself, go within. So I said breathe, meditate. Okay, real quick, I just want to touch 30 seconds on meditation. You don't have to chant. You don't have to sit in a lotus position. You don't have to do naked dances around everywhere or whatever. All you have to do is breathe. This is what I want you to do. For those of you watching and listening that are going through heartbreak and who have been through a breakup or going through one right now, we've all been through one. Breathe. That's all I want you to do 3 times a day. In the morning when you wake up, I want you to close your eyes before you get out of the bed and just breathe in. Breathe 3. Do it in 3s. Thank you for the hearts. 3 deep breaths, okay? Then go throughout your day. And then in the middle of the day, wherever you are, if you're at work, go in the bathroom, shut off the lights, or sit at your desk, or go somewhere by yourself and breathe. Just breathe. And do it at night too. And you will see that those breaths that you take throughout the day are going to help you to heal. You're going to shut off your phone. You're going to shut off your computer. You're going to tell everybody around you, Give me some space. I need to breathe. Okay? That's all that meditation is breathing, quieting your mind, and going within. Okay, nature. You see what's around me right here? Trees. I like to do my videos out here because I love to be surrounded by nature. I wish I could see us. Oh, thank you. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for all those hearts. I really appreciate it. I love hearts. They make me happy. So, nature. Be around nature, because when you're around nature, it lifts your spirits, okay? And like what I'm always saying, to exercise, good nutrition, feed your body good whole foods. It affects your mind, it affects your brain, it affects your overall being. Get out and exercise. Okay, you guys are always hearing me say the same thing, so I'm not going to repeat everything today. I want to get to a couple more before I end this video, because nobody wants to come on here and share their live face with me to have a discussion. But if you do, send me a message and I'll, for people that are in that position. Okay, somebody sending me a message, but it just disappeared. I guess it was a private message. Okay, so exercise 30 minutes a day. The endorphin rush in your brain makes you feel better. It makes you look better. When you're heartbroken, you want to look better. Don't turn to eating and get fat and out of shape and be depressed. Get out and exercise. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to love yourself more. Okay? So, before I get into the loving yourself, the third one, write in a journal. So my boyfriend got killed, 1999. I drowned myself into work, but I learned about meditation. I found Dr. Wayne Dyer, who was like a mentor to me. I actually got to meet him many times, and he taught me about meditation. I read all his books. I learned about Hay House, so check out Hay House. I know that with my second book coming out in a couple of months, called Soulful Love, that I am manifesting that I will be a Hay House author, so that's going to happen. So anyway, writing in a journal. Okay, fast forward. I got married 3 years after the first heartbreak. I was with my husband for 13 years. I owned a huge business, a gym, a health club, a spa, and a salon. We worked like crazy, had 2 babies, financial stress. The marriage fell apart. Okay, during that time, I had heart issues, I had health issues, I had 2 infants, I got pregnant when my daughter was 7 months, so they're like 16 months apart. I mean, it was just so much in the mix, and my marriage was falling apart and I couldn't handle it. 4 separations, okay? 4, because I didn't want to hurt my children and leave their father, but we couldn't make it work. 4 separations later, within a matter of 4 weeks, I decided to leave my husband and get a divorce after the 4th separation, get rid of my business after 13 years. So 13 years with my husband, 13 years as a business owner, and move out where I live now, Hollywood Beach. I love the beach, okay, as all of you know. How did I get over that? Because I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken that my marriage failed. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like I was going to screw up my kid's life. I felt lost. I felt confused. I went from being a wife to being a business owner, having a house, a family, to now I'm living on Hollyweird Beach, and all my Hollywood Beach friends can relate, to being a single mom and not even owning a business. I literally felt, thank you guys for the hearts. So I literally felt like I was in the middle of the deep ocean, and I would sit out by the ocean and I would look far out to the deep ocean, and I felt like I was swimming in the deep ocean and I wasn't going to drown, so I kept swimming, but I didn't know where I was going or how I was going to get there. So how did I deal with that? I started writing, and I wrote my first book, which I just showed you, my bookmarker. Okay, so Metamorphosize, and you can get that at Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. But seriously, I'm not trying to make money. You don't make money off of books. Very little. I'm trying to help people because that book has helped many people. Because when I was heartbroken and devastated with my family and with my divorce and no longer being a business owner, I am a full-time dad for the last 3 years. Awesome, Kevin, that's great. And that's really admirable because full-time dad being a man is not easy because you guys can't multitask the way we women can. I know I'm gonna get some men upset with that comment. No, I think that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So anyway, I was writing in my journal on the beach. And Johnny D, the singer from Riptide, I know he sees a lot of my stuff, he would be playing, there goes the angry face, I knew I'd get one. Thank you, Ma, I love the angry faces. I need lovers and haters. They both balance each other out. No, I love you guys, men who are full-time dads, you're awesome. Even part-time dads, you're awesome. Any man out there who loves your kids and spends time with your kids, I think you're great. So I still don't think you all can multitask as well, but that's for another show. So I listened to Johnny D's music. I'm a classic rock chick, and he used to play music. I would have a glass of wine, I would sit on the beach, and I would write and write and write. And men would come out and try to, talk to me, and I'm like, listen, please leave me alone in a kind way. I'm here to write. I'm not here to get hit on. And I actually didn't date for 1 solid year after my divorce. I was totally alone, healing, growing, and loving myself and learning about myself. So what I'm here to tell all of you, write in a journal, because you might think that you know yourself, but you probably don't know yourself as well as you think you know yourself. And when you write and you can express yourself onto paper, then you can look back at it and be like, wow, I just learned that I didn't even know I was angry about this thing that happened 5 years prior. And then you can work through it, and then you can release it. I'm loving those hearts. Thank you so much. I wish more of you would comment on here about your experiences and what you've been through and sharing your story. Whoever wants to join, I'm hoping that the comments are working. Sorry if they're not. But anyway, so getting back to the point of journaling, writing your feelings, getting them out, because when you can breathe, like what I said, when you can exercise, when you can feed your body good, healthy, nutritious food, when you can get out amongst nature, and then you can write your feelings down on paper and really get everything out, then you're loving yourself. And this is going full circle back to why I'm doing this video, to go within and heal yourself and love yourself to get through the breakup. So when you can do all of these things for yourself, then you're able to heal. So loving yourself is the most important thing. Loving oneself. And I jotted down a couple of notes here of just letting go of limiting beliefs, have no expectations for yourself, and let go of your fear. Because when you have limiting beliefs and you're filled with fear and you're having all of these expectations that you're placing upon yourself, you're not able to heal. And getting back to what I was saying, when I was swimming in that deep ocean after my divorce, I had so much fear of the unknown. Imagine, I had been with my ex-husband for 13 years. I had owned a business for 13 years, and I had lived in like the suburban area of Florida, Pembroke Pines, way out west where all the families are. Now I'm thrown out as a single mom. I wasn't thrown out, I chose to go, but I mean, I'm thrown out into Hollyweird with all these cool weird people, and I'm alone and I'm trying to heal and find myself. It was scary. But I am here to share with all of you that right now, who's ever watching this, who's been through heartbreak, who's been through a divorce, who's been through a death, who has hurt so much and felt so much pain, I am sure that the ones that are watching that are already on the other side can share a lot with others that are going through it, because when you go through it, you think there's no way out, you're never going to be happy again, you're devastated, how are you going to cope, how are you going to get through this? But once you go within and breathe, take long, deep breaths, quiet your mind, and go within and listen to your spirit and be kind and loving to yourself with no expectations, letting go of fear and your limiting beliefs, you will get to the other side. And like Linda said earlier, it only makes you stronger. And I saw Stephanie is on here. I saw some hearts. She's been through a lot. I'm sure she has a huge story about what happened with her husband passing away and how she had to cope with her 2 children being alone. And Stephanie, as I'm saying that, oh my God, I'm getting chills all over my body because I'm remembering and I'm getting very emotional. Whew. Remembering seeing you at the funeral and the pain that you had and the pain that I felt from you, and it was devastating. But look at you now. She just had a beautiful new baby. She's with the love of her life now. She's happy. It's been, what, 10 years, maybe 8 years? I don't even know how long. We all will survive, and we all will be able to love again. So just remember, for those 3 people, I love you, Stephanie. I'm glad you're still listening. Gosh, I almost got a tear going with that, remembering you at that moment. Oh, it was devastating. There goes the chills again. I guess he might be here saying hello to you. Wow, I'm getting chills like you cannot imagine. Wow. I believe that when you get those chills that go up and down your spine, it's truth from spirit, and there's a spirit visiting you or around you, your angels, your loved ones. I love that, and I believe in that so much. So believe, have hope, keep the faith. Having faith is so important. Pray, because when you pray, God listens to your prayers, or whatever it is you believe in. The ball of energy, Buddha, your energy source, whatever it is, pray a lot. Keep the faith. Have hope. And when you meditate and you quiet your mind, and again, I'm saying just breathe 3 deep breaths. That's meditating. You don't have to go through a whole ritual. When you meditate, God answers your prayers because you're going within. You're quieting your mind, you're listening to your spirit, and you're loving yourself. You're healing yourself within. And for those of you who do want to learn how to meditate and you live in South Florida, I'm going to be starting to teach at a beautiful studio in Fort Lauderdale. So I'll put this on the post. I'll tag it, Meditate, it's called, in Fort Lauderdale. So just to make sure I covered everything since I prepared for this one and I had my notes here, I just want to recap really quickly. Breathe, okay? Breathe. Now when I breathe, I like to either hold my hands like this or breathe in like this. I like to breathe in and I like to visualize and say it to myself, love, light, and peace. I like to breathe that in. And then I want to exhale out fear, stress, or worry. Okay, so I breathe in love, light, and peace. And then I exhale fear, stress, or worry. Okay, so please breathe throughout the day. Remember, I'm telling you, this little simple, little tiny thing that I'm telling you, taking 3 long deep breaths 3 times a day is going to help change your life. Mwah, I love you, Stephanie. Thank you. I miss you. Go within. Be alone after you break up with somebody. Be alone. Don't jump into another relationship because you are not going to heal yourself with somebody else. It doesn't work like that. External factors of sex, drugs, rock and roll, alcohol, another person, those are all external factors. They do not work. You need to go within yourself. You need to feel the pain. I'm sorry to say, you need to feel the pain. You need to honor the pain, and you need to work through the pain, because the only way that you're going to propel forward is by dealing with the shit that's in you, the baggage. Because let me tell you, and then I'm going to end on this note. After my boyfriend died, and I thought I did so much healing and meditating and self-love and retreats, everything, exercise, nature, everything. Then I got married. Then when I had my divorce from my husband, more healing. I wrote a book. I went through so much growth and self-love, and I was walking tall and loving myself. Well, guess what? Still wasn't healed. I think it's a journey that goes on until we go to heaven. But I had a relationship last year, very short, 3-month relationship, but I opened myself up again to love. I opened my heart since my divorce. And when that relationship ended, which was a mutual breakup, that propelled me into not a good place. It was a dark place that lasted, I would say, a couple of months. I didn't get depressed where I was like needing medication or lying down where I couldn't move. No, I luckily had kids and work, so I had to keep going. But I can tell you something, that breakup for some odd reason pushed me back to my boyfriend dying when I was 28. And I had to work through all of that. I hit a dark, dark, dark place. And then after I went through the healing through George dying, then bam, 2 weeks later, now I'm reliving my marriage and my divorce and what happened there. And then I had to work through that. So it is so amazing that here it was, I've been divorced almost this November will be 5 years, and this particular relationship helped me to work through all of this. So what I can say to my ex-husband and to my boyfriend that we broke up last year, thank you. I'm grateful for what I experienced, because without it, I wouldn't have propelled myself to where I am now, which I can tell you is a totally different woman than what I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I know it's an ongoing process. I know it's a journey. And once we think we have healed, we get pushed back. But what I can say, and you know I can say a lot. I try to make these videos short, but it's impossible. Okay, what I can tell you is this. We all have scars. We all have baggage. We all have wounds that if they don't get taken care of, they will travel with you to every new relationship that you get into. Because I have triggers in me that I don't want to bring up, they're a little too personal, that when I'm dating a man and he reacts a certain way, it pulls me back 15 years ago. But as I'm able to work through them and know that it's not the man, it's me with those triggers, I'm able to propel myself forward. So for those of you out there, men and women, if you've been in relationships where your significant other was very controlling, and then you're in another relationship now and the woman might sound controlling or the man might sound controlling, but he's really not. But because you haven't worked through your issues, you're immediately going to take it the wrong way. You're going to get like a little defensive, a little aggressive, and then if you don't work through your issues and your baggage and your wounds and your scars, they will continue on and on and on. So thank you for my most recent breakup. You know who you are. Thank you, because it wasn't because of him that I'm healed more. It's because having that relationship woke me up to allow myself to heal myself. So I'm not thanking him for healing me. No, no, no. I'm thanking him, or God, for placing him into my life to be able to heal what I thought I had healed back from when my boyfriend died in 1999, and then my divorce almost 5 years ago. So it takes time, it takes work. And remember, when you want to lose weight, you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise, you have to do so much consistent actions, and you have to wake up and you got to go work out when you're tired, and you got to eat spinach and protein when you want to eat pizza and chocolate. But it takes discipline, it takes consistency, it takes dedication for you to lose the weight and maintain the weight and a healthy lifestyle, right? If you want to be happy and you want to get over a breakup, then be consistent with your practice. Breathe. Love yourself. Go within. Honor the pain that you felt. Acknowledge it. Work through it, and then let it go. Let it go. But also do the work. Let go and let God, but don't just sit back and expect God to work miracles if you're doing nothing. So put in the work and get through the breakup. Honor yourself. Love yourself. And for those 3 clients of mine who reached out to me this week, one man who's devastated, his wife cheated on him, a woman who wants to jumpstart her career and she wants to get fit again and she knows she made the right decision, and the other woman who has 4 kids and can't get over the anger of her ex. To those 3 people, and to all of you watching and listening, love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't place all of those expectations on yourself, and let go of the fear, and know that you will be okay. And know that you are enough, exactly how you are right now at this exact moment. No matter what your body looks like, no matter what your heart feels like, you are enough. You are a beautiful soul. You are a beautiful spiritual being, and you will be okay. And you will get through this, and you will be in love again in your future. And it will be beautiful when you love yourself and you honor yourself and you don't settle for something that is not enough for you. Okay? So those are my words. Thank you, Sly. I haven't forgotten about you to get my booty in shape, but I've been walking. I'm recovering from a surgery, and as soon as I'm recovered, a couple more weeks, I'm ready for you. And we're going to do a lot of live videos on how girls can lift their booty, get it nice and toned, get their abs and core better than they are right now. So thank you, Sly. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to take a look at Meta Transformation. I'll put a link on here. And tomorrow I'm going to do a video about weight loss and how to love your body and how to get your body where you want it without going on a strict starvation diet, by just loving yourself and doing the right things, which we'll talk about tomorrow. So thank you all for joining. I hope you have a beautiful night and have fun tomorrow with the Super Bowl. Okay, but I'm still doing a video, whoever wants to watch it. Namaste, everybody. Remember, breathe in love, light, and peace. Breathe it in. Exhale. Exhale out stress, fear, worry, anxiety. Get rid of it. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Bye.